What's going on, guys? Gavin here, and today I just thought I would share some thoughts on some recent events that have happened tonight in the NFL. As the timing of this video, 3 or 4 hours ago, Zach Wilson went down with an injury, and it is still tomorrow. We should get an MRI on it. Drake London went down tonight, per Twitter report that I read, and so it makes me wonder, is it really worth playing starters in the preseason? Last year, all 4 of the Ravens' top running backs went down. And, look at what happened to the Ravens' run game. I mean, yeah, the Ravens still made it work, but that run game could have been a lot more volatile last year had all their 3 top running backs, 4, not gone down with ACL injuries, essentially. And, if Zach Wilson is out for the year, the Jets would have lost Zach Wilson because of not week 3, but week 1, the first preseason game of the preseason in the first quarter, because they decided to start Zach Wilson. And so, is it really worth playing your starter, risking injury in the preseason, not the regular season, the preseason, before the games really do matter? And, I'm beginning to, with these injuries that have been coming along, I'm beginning to think not. Like, look at what the Patriots are doing, for example. Belichick's not going to play Mac Jones and some other key starters at all. They're just going to, even despite reports of struggles in offense at camp, they're not going to play them. They're just going to do the joint practices with the Giants and Panthers, and then it's week 1 of the NFL for them. And, I'm beginning to think that's probably what a lot of coaches should start probably getting into the mindset of. I just do not think it's worth it, For instance, I mean, last night in the Hall of Fame game, Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr, Tannehill, Lamar Jackson. They did start Daniel Jones in the Giants preseason game last night, but against the Patriots. But, Mac Jones, those guys were all players, quarterbacks who did not play. And because of that, they're in the NFL for another week. They're healthy for another week, especially with the preseason. And, I think that it isn't worth it, Like, imagine if Patrick Mahomes got injured in week 1 of the preseason. How devastating could that be for the Chiefs if he got injured in a preseason game and, tore his ACL? That's Mahomes out for another year, for a year. Imagine Chiefs football with without Mahomes for a year. Guarantee you they're winning less games, And Zach Wilson is an up-and-coming quarterback that could make some noise. His first season in the NFL was a rookie season. But we've seen plenty of guys, We've seen Lamar Jackson. We've seen Josh Allen. We've seen plenty of quarterbacks make great year 2 leaps. And if this injury tonight keeps him out for the season, he will have never gotten that opportunity. And I think it's just terrible, because what if this derails Zach Wilson's career because of a preseason injury? It really makes more sense to not start your quarterbacks and key starters in the preseason, the more you think about it, at least for me. I understand coaches' mindsets of, wanting to get the offense, defense, whatever, more gelled together. But at some point, I think staying healthy is more important than fixing some issues that, I mean, honestly, you could just probably try to fix with joint practices, you know? I mean, more putting in the work more together with, you know, your team, more chemistry. I mean, week 1 of the NFL is still, I mean, less than a month away, but it's closer to a month than half a month away. The preseason, I mean, the week 1 of the NFL. And so, you know, that's still plenty of time to kink out issues at practice or joint practices with other teams that you're not going to play during the season. I think that the Patriots' way of going about it, I think that's smart, and I think more teams should implement that. I honestly, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I don't think it's worth starting, you know, because, I mean, prayers out to Zach Wilson, because, you know, it's sad to see what's happened to him, because he, you know, played most of that first quarter tonight. You know, it was around the 4:20 mark that he got injured, and it's just devastating to me, because I honestly like Zach Wilson. I always try to root for the, you know, up and coming quarterbacks, and I really hope that this doesn't hurt Zach Wilson in the long run. I hope that he gets better, speedy recovery, but, you know, it just would be tragic if this injury really ruined this season for him. And, you know, I honestly just, it makes sense for the preseason to be for guys, you know, second, third, fourth stringers trying to push for that 53-man roster. But for starters, established starters like Zach Wilson, it just may be better in the long run if they just sit out the preseason. You know, hopefully again, he has a speedy recovery, but I think more teams should evaluate whether to put in their starters or not going forward. And this is really, I think, something that should be more thought of going forward. Anyways, guys, these were my thoughts. What did you think? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great night. See you guys soon.